It is I, your boy Gomi, and we are back with another UFC fight night. This time we're traveling. We're going to good old Edmonton, Canada. How the hell did Edmonton get a event before my city got an event? I don't. Well, got an event since the lockdown. I don't get it. Not sure. But oh well, yeah, we're going back to Canada. And that means that the card is going to be filled with Canadian fighters, which means maybe look into some anti-Canadian parlays. You might do pretty well. But yes, just because you know the state of Canadian MMA. But regardless, let's look at that. This is a fight night. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, it's mainly filled with a lot of Canadian fighters. And I don't know about this one. Hopefully it's good. And at the end of the day, it's not in the Apex. As long as it's not in the Apex, that's good enough for me. And let's look at the card. So, first fight we're going to have is going to be Jamie Lynn Horf versus Ivana Petrovic. Meh. I wrote for this pretty meh, to be honest with you. Jamie Lynn Horf did not look good her last time out, to be perfectly honest with you, against Veronica Hardy. I know a split decision, but I think Hardy won that pretty handedly. And beyond that, she's 1-1 in UFC. I'm not super high on her. And Ivana Petrovic, she looked good against Liang Na. Yeah, she beat Liang Na, but she lost to Luana Carolina. Again, also 1-1 in the UFC. Not a great high-level matchup, to be honest with you. I'm leaning towards Jamie Lynn Horf. I think she's going to be slightly better. Looking at the odds, she, of course, is a slight favorite at -205. What a surprise. Next fight is going to be Chad Anheliger versus Cody Gibson. I hate to be so negative right at the start, but another fight where I'm not too high on either guys. You have two 37-year-old bantamweights. The older ages just ain't good for lower weight classes. I don't know. Both guys are decent, though. They have some solid volume to them. Very well-rounded for both Anheliger and Cody Gibson. I just lean much more towards Cody Gibson, to be honest with you. I think Anheliger is just pretty meh, to be perfectly honest with you. And again, he has a Canadian buff. I know I picked Canadian first fight, but I think he has a Canadian debuff, so I'm gonna lean towards Cody Gibson to get it done by a decision. Oh, and Horf decision for sure. Sergey Sidney versus Garrett Armfield. This should be a decent fight, to be perfectly honest with you. I think this fight's pretty okay. Armfield, I think, has the grappling advantage, while Sergey Sidney has the striking. I don't even know if he has a striking advantage, to be honest with you. I like his well-roundedness. I say a lot. That's my word. Well-roundedness. I do think he has better power than Garrett Armfield. I will say that. So I think he could probably get some good hits in, maybe a knockdown or something. But ultimately, I also think this fight. What am I leaning towards, actually? I think I wrote Sidney decision. Yeah, I just like the little bit of the power advantage for Sergey Sidney, so I'm gonna go him to get it done by decision. This is yeah. Alexander Romanov versus Rodrigo Nascimento. Oh, I forgot. The damn odds. Gibson is a -198 favorite. And Sergey is a -155 favorite. So I'm going all favorites. Wow, impressive. Romanov, Nascimento. Let's see. Let's just look at the odds first and foremost. Wow, Nascimento's only -122. I mean, to be honest with you, I think both guys are not that good. I know Nascimento has a good record, but we saw what freaking Derek Lewis did to him. But the main thing, wait, that's Derek Lewis, right? I'm thinking, who am I thinking of? Am I thinking that was Derek Lewis with the knee in first 15 seconds, right? At the BMF card? No. That was the punches. Oh my god, I forgot about that. I forgot it was a main event. Ugh. That was a disgusting main event I forgot about. Yeah. The main thing, though, the main problem with this fight is Alexander Romanov. I can't trust this man. You want to know what the worst bet of all freaking time is that I made? I bet this. Yeah, I bet Volkov. I bet him to beat Volkov. Why'd I do that? I Yeah, yeah. No, that was dumb. I thankfully corrected it, betting Almeida to take him out round one. I specifically bet round one submission for Almeida, by the way. That was very easy. But yeah, yeah. I bet Romanov in that fight, and he gassed out in the first 60 seconds. And honestly, look at how chunky this boy is. He is not taking it seriously. He is not a guy I trust. I don't like this fight. Get out of my face. And now, good fight. Jack Shore versus Yusuf Zalal. Man, I feel like I've been so hard on those fights, but I just got to be honest, you guys. They weren't the best. UFC is not doing so hot with matchmaking nowadays. But Jack Shore is going to be taking on Yusuf Zalal. Yusuf Zalal, he actually had a UFC stint way back when, got booted from the promotion, came back, and he's looking pretty damn good. And he's got some good experience. Thing is, he got booted from the promotion, but he was going up against some pretty decent guys like Ilia Topuria. Like, yes, he fought Ilia Topuria. I don't blame you for losing to him. Sean Woodson, Sengwoo Choi. I don't know how the hell you won that fight. That how you lost that fight. That was kind of disgusting. But yeah, he's overall fought some not bad guys, to be perfectly honest with you. And then he left. He was a finisher, went into the UFC, really didn't finish anyone, left the UFC, became a finisher, and now he's back in the UFC, and he's looks to be back to being a finisher, having, I believe, finishes his last two fights, if I remember correctly. Yeah, last two fights against Jarno Aarons and Billy Q. That's a good win. So I've been liking Yusuf Zalal. His striking, his grappling is all pretty solid. Jack Shore, I also think, is a pretty good fighter. He did lose to Joe Anderson Brito and lost to Ricky Simone, which is not great looks. But overall, I think he's been pretty solid. The main thing that I don't like is that he's moving up in weight. I don't know about that. Zalal's a little bit bigger. I don't know about that. So give me Zalal. I'm going to take Zalal by... Screw it. I'll take TKO. I've picked decision for everything else, so I'll pick TKO for this one. Zalal, like I said, has been more of a finisher, and I don't like Shore moving up. Charles Jourdain versus Victor Henry. Another fighter moving weight classes. I was so confused. I thought Victor Henry was going up. I was like, I don't know about that. No, Charles Jourdain is going down? Charles Jourdain is... Oh, god damn it. Did I look at the odds for last fight? I definitely didn't. Zalal should be a pretty big favorite. Oh, minus 270 and Shore plus 220. Charles Jourdain, Victor Henry. I don't like Charles Jourdain moving up in weight, to be honest with you. He's very durable, but how much is that durability going to dissipate when you're going down in weight and giving a pretty tough weight cut? It's got to be tough for him. He's got a ton of experience in high pressure, but Victor Henry is very durable. He rolls with punches very well. He's got tons of cardio, tons of pressure, and he wears guys down. I think he'll wear down a more depleted Charles Jourdain, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think Jourdain will have a massive size advantage over him, but still, I think he's going to have a massive weight cut disparity. I don't know. He's going to look at this weight class, which makes me scared. I wouldn't really bet on this fight. I'm going to go Henry decision, but haphazardly. Odds-wise, Victor Henry is a plus 105 underdog. I like the dog in this. Charles Jourdain minus 125, though, is also still pretty good value. So it's good value either way. I personally would stay away. But if I had to pick, I personally would pick Victor Henry. Get it done by decision. Ariane De Silva versus Jasmine Jasdavicius. I've said her name dozens of times and I just can't say her name properly. I am so sorry, Jasmine. But I'm also not sorry because I don't like this fight. Jasmine, her striking is poopy. It's always been poopy. It's still poopy. It's not gonna be better anytime soon. But her grappling's very good. And I think, honestly, she could probably get this fight down to the ground. I think her grappling will be good enough to handle Ariane De Silva. The problem is Ariane De Silva going to be able to, is she going to be able to implement her game, which is kind of basic women's MMA, strike from distance, to be honest with you. If she does that, she could piece apart Jasmine Jasdavicius. I just think that the grappling upside of Jasmine will be the better aspect. I hope she doesn't try and strike, because if she does, Ariane De Silva is going to piece her up for however many rounds. Things gonna go distance no matter what. And look at the odds. Jasmine is a minus 230 favorite and plus 190 for De Silva. Makes sense. Doesn't surprise me. Ayman Zahabi versus Pedro Munoz. No, this is a weird fight. Ayman Zahabi, he is one of those guys. He's a pretty kickboxer. He's super technical but low volume, and he makes the fight pretty. If it's a pretty fight, that's the fight he wants. But Munoz is an older fighter. He's still extremely durable. Never been finished, I still think, other than the eye pokes O'Malley gave him. And his kicks are good. His kicks are always good. They're still good. I think he could give Ayman Zahabi issues with that. Well, Ayman Zahabi, I don't think he has anywhere where I think he's going to be significantly better, other than abusing the distance reach he has, leg reach and punch reach. I think he'll abuse that, but otherwise, like, everywhere I kind of want to lean towards Munoz, but also I don't want to pick the 38-year-old bantamweight. Yeah, 38-year-old bantamweight. Yeah, I don't know. Ayman Zahabi is not much younger, honestly. I think he's like 36. Yes, 36. So I picked, what did I pick preemptively? I wrote down Zahabi decision. Oh, I don't know about that, past Gomi. I don't know about that. Let's see. Zahabi is a plus 100 underdog. Pedro Munoz minus 120 favorite. I'm going to go with Munoz. Zahabi hasn't really fought many good guys, so I'm going to go with Munoz. And on to the main card. Oh, but Zahabi is Canadian. Have I mainly been picking against the Canadians? No one. Oh well. Mike Malott going up against Trevin Giles. Mike Malott failed the Magny test his last fight out, and he just... Why does everybody do this against Neil Magny? I swear to God, everyone who fights Neil Magny could like finish him, but has this sick obsession with saying, I'm gonna go a distance with him. And I don't know why they do that. I really felt like Mike Malott was purposely trying to not finish Neil Magny. It's not like, oh, he's just that durable, he's just that tough. I swear to you, he was not trying to finish the man. The same thing that Ian Gary did and said he was doing. He failed the Magny test, he gassed out, and Magny got KO over him. That's pathetic, to be honest with you, but I still think he's good. I think that was just poor fight IQ, and Trevin Giles is the king of poor fight IQ, so Trevin Giles has really good skill. This is basically Giles' test. He's super well-rounded, really good striking, really good grappling, really good cardio, but he always slips up. He makes a grappling mistake here, he makes a striking mistake here. He's out of like range, poor distance, whatever. He makes a mistake all the time. He just makes like a mistake here or there, and he gets effed up for it. And I think honestly, Mark Malott will probably do the same to him. I don't think he's going to be an idiot. I think he's definitely going to go for the finish. Will he get the finish? Yeah, I think he'll finish Giles. Because Giles, that's the thing, he gets finished quite a bit. Of his 6 losses, I believe 5 are finishes. Nope, every single one is a finish. Every single one is a finish. I'm going to be going with Mike Malott, and I'm going to be taking him by probably submission. It's a 50-50 with Giles. He's been submitted a bunch. He's been knocked out a bunch. I think Mike Malott will get him done by submission, though. Odds-wise, Mike Malott is minus 265 favorite. I pictured that. Doesn't surprise me. Marc-Andre Barriault versus Dustin Stoltzfus. It should be a slobber knocker, banger. Nothing really special. Don't have much to say about this. I think both guys don't have enough to really talk about. They kind of just swing at each other, to be honest with you. Not a ton of power. Not as much power as you would think. And also not really any technical abilities, not really much skill. Dustin Stoltzfus, I think, is the more skilled striker, so I will be leaning towards Stoltzfus, to be honest with you. I'm picturing Marc-Andre Barriault is going to be probably the favorite, but no, our main thing is I'm just going to pick against Canadian. I think it's a close one. I think the odds are going to be pretty close with Andre Barriault as a little bit of a favorite. Wow. I'm not putting down minus 200 for Marc-Andre Barriault. No, not doing that. You can't make me. You can't make me. Kyle Machado. I thought you were Canadian. I thought you like resided in Canada. I know he's Brazilian, but oh well. Versus Brandon Brito. What the heck? Why did I want to think he was Joanderson Brito? Brandon Ribeiro. I also don't know much about this fight. I think this should be not no, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be a weird one because Ribeiro, he gasses out super fast. He's really good for the first round, and then beyond that, he's like, all right, I'm dead now. Machado has good cardio. He has good volume. That's it. His wrestling isn't good despite him having his black belt pedigree. He struggles to get fights down to the mat. The thing that makes it really interesting, it's going to be like heavyweight. Machado moving down in weight is interesting. We got to see how he looks, but there's too many like question marks on this fight. I'm going to be leaning towards, what did I write down? I wrote down Ribeiro TKO. I like it. I like the power transition of Ribeiro. And he is a plus 130 underdog. A minus 155 for Kyle Machado. Wait. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yep, there we go. Yeah, how Machado is going to be the favorite. I don't know. I'm going to change that, actually. I'm going to go against what I wrote down. I'm going to be taking, actually, Machado by TKO instead. Yeah, I'm going to go with the favor in that aspect. The more I thought about it, moving down in weight, I think he's going to have more power, to be honest with you. Next is going to be another heavyweight fight. Derek Lewis versus Jonata Denise. It's a Derek Lewis fight. I don't know. I can't be picking Derek Lewis fights. I pick him to win, he gets destroyed, annihilated. I pick him to lose, he starches the dude. This guy is so unreliable in the betting aspect. All you can really do is bet the fight doesn't go distance. And most of the time that hits, the only time that really didn't hit was in the Almeida fight, which makes zero sense. I have no idea how that happened. Oh, that's Almeida's second or only decision in his damn career. But oh well. I'm going to be taking. Oh, I have no idea. Specifically what I wrote. Yeah, I'll be going Denise. I'm going Denise TKO. It's a mixed bag, 50-50 with Derek Lewis. Odds-wise, Derek Lewis is the underdog. Plus 145. Plus 175 for Denise. Derek Lewis is probably going to win now. I don't know. This is a poopy fight. This has potential to be a very good women's fight. It also has potential to not be a good women's fight. Women's MMA has been unfortunately on the decline, but this one is Erin Blanchfield has been a pretty good, solid fighter. She didn't look the best in her last fight. And Rose Namajunas, ever since losing the belt, she's been good and she's been winning, but it's not been fun to watch, but effective. I think Erin Blanchfield, if she fights the same way she did against Jessica Andrade, she has that grappling heavy style. I think she can work well against Rose, but Thug Rose is no slouch when it comes to the ground game, honestly. Ask Zhang Wei Li in the second fight. I think it'll be a hard-fought fight. I think if this stays on the feet, Rose Namajunas will piece her up. I think Rose has the more advantages. I want to see Blanchfield win. I'm rooting for Blanchfield, but I think it's going to be a Rose decision. I really think Rose decision. I initially wrote Blanchfield decision, but that was me writing down stuff from what I wanted to happen. Looking at it, I guarantee it's probably going to be Rose Namajunas decision, and I already see, yes, Rose Namajunas is the underdog. I think she's going to take it. Just because Blanchfield, she struggled really hard to get the fight on the ground. I don't think she's going to be able to get Rose on the ground as easy or get her crucifix like she was doing earlier not even earlier career, but like a year ago. I think she's going to struggle with that. But yeah, Rose decision. And on to the main event of the evening. Brandon Moreno taking on the returning Amir Albazi. This is going to be a flyweight fight. Brandon Moreno is going to be 30 years of age, 21 wins, 8 losses, 5 knockouts, 11 submissions, 5'7" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 70-inch reach, advantage, a 1.74 takedown average, a 50.29% significant strike accuracy, minus 160 favorite, significant wins over Davison Figueiredo, twice, Kai France twice, and Brandon Royval. I could put more, but they're not as good wins, actually. He's fought a lot of really good guys, but it's the same guys, kind of. Amir Albazi is 31 years of age, 17 wins, 1 loss, 5 knockouts, 9 submissions, 5'5" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 68-inch reach disadvantage, a 1.71 takedown average, 48.57% significant accuracy, plus 135 underdog. Significant wins over Alessandro Costa, Francisco Figueiredo, and Malcolm Gordon. Pretty poopy wins. Notice I didn't put Kai France. He did not beat Kai France. I'm sorry. That was a robbery. You want to talk about freaking robberies? That's a freaking robbery. That is the very definition of a robbery. So I'm not putting that on there. But oh well. Regardless, I think that this is a okay fight. I don't know how this fight goes, to be perfectly honest with you, because Amir Albazi's been out. He's had a lot of inactivity. He's been out for over a year. What? Yeah, over a year. And the thing is, too, he was out because of an injury, a very, very bad injury where apparently almost died. It was like a car crash or something like that. So now he's finally making a comeback, but he's making a comeback against a seemingly declining Brandon Moreno. He did not look good in his last showing up against Brandon Royval, someone he beat before. But while he didn't look the best, he didn't look horrible. And the thing is, too, he's not like he's looking bad and fighting nobody. Brandon Royval is a title challenger, and honestly, as horrible as it is to say, on the cusp of another title shot, beating Tatsuro Taira. Moreno has been going up against Pantoja, Royval, Figueiredo, France. Like, he's been fighting really tough guys, been doing really well, winning a lot of fights. Amir Albazi should have lost to Kai France, and even beyond that, Costa, Figueiredo, Gordon, these aren't great guys. He's not really fought many great guys. His grappling is very effective, but Moreno's grappling is amazing, especially his scrambles at the flyweight division. His grappling's really good. His boxing is pretty freaking crispy. His liver kicks are good. I think he's better than Amir Albazi anywhere. Like I said, I think Kai France beat him, and Moreno beat Kai France at his own game. So I think he'll light up Amir Albazi. I think it should be pretty easy. I think I was writing initially Moreno decision. No, I wrote TKO. Okay, good. I was about to say that's what I think is gonna happen after talking about it. So yeah, I'm gonna take Moreno TKO. I think he's gonna put the pressure on him. Odds wise, I already read the odds. At least let's get in the habit of that. But yep, that is going to be it for UFC Edmonton. Let me know what you think of the card, and let me know if you're gonna do an anti-Canadian parlay. It might work. It might. No, I think a few of them are gonna win, but not super enthralled of Canadian MMA right now, unfortunately. But well, regardless, once again, this is Mini Boy Gomi. Bye bye.